When Windows Vista came out, one of the things that people didn't like about it was that there were too many versions, and they're like, "What version do I get? I don't know where to start." Well, I'm going to try and help you out because we're going to have the exact same versions in Windows 7, with the exception of Windows 7 Business. The name is going to change, or has changed, I should say, to Windows 7 Professional. And I'll try and explain who would get what based on my logic and what I think the system is designed for. Windows 7 Starter. Windows 7 Starter can only run 3 apps at once, but I think we're not going to be seeing that here in the States. That will be going to developing countries who don't necessarily have this type of computing power that many developed countries take for granted. These are countries that, to them, having a computer would be a godsend. It doesn't really matter how much it can do as long as it can do their educational needs, which I think would be what developing countries would use it most for. Maybe some recreational computing, but definitely, just having a computer would be big for them. So that's Windows 7 Starter. So I don't think we'll see that here in the States. Home Basic. Home Basic is meant for basic computing needs. For example, all you want to do is your email or, surf the web, maybe buy something online, chat online, write a term paper, for instance. That would be Windows 7 Basic. For basic computing needs, nothing super fancy. You just want to get it done, and you don't care about all the bells and whistles. Windows 7 Home Premium will essentially, as far as I can remember from Vista, which again I think it's going to be the same in Windows 7 Home Premium, is that they basically packaged in Media Center and allowed you to do a little bit more with it, though offhand I don't know exactly which one. Don't know exactly what, because I didn't use Vista as my primary OS. But as far as I understand it, Windows 7 Home Premium is Windows 7 Basic with a little bit extra functionality and Media Center on board. Excuse me. Windows 7 Business, which is actually Windows 7 Professional. This would be favored by small businesses because what happens is with Windows 7 Professional, they take out the Media Center and put in place of it security features. So that would be one person. Another type of person would be somebody who favors security over multimedia and maybe doesn't use Media Center as much, but also somebody who cannot afford to switch their software library over to 7 because Windows Vista Professional will have the ability to run an XP emulator. In other words, Windows XP Compatibility mode, as I like to call it. You can run an XP virtual machine inside of Windows 7, and this is primarily for businesses who cannot afford to go to a new software library, or perhaps don't want to switch yet until they absolutely have to. That's what that XP compatibility mode is for, and that's also, like I said, for individuals who cannot afford to switch to upgrade their software library just yet. So that's Windows 7 Professional. Windows 7 Enterprise will not be available to the mass consumer market, so I'm not going to bother discussing it. Also, it's not on the list. Suffice it to say, it's for big business. And then we have Windows 7 Ultimate. Windows 7 Ultimate is going to combine essentially Home Premium and Windows 7 Professional, which again, like I said, it's Windows 7 Business here in the picture, but it's really Windows 7 Professional, into one. Essentially, it takes Home Premium and Professional and puts them into one. This also includes the ability to run Windows 7 or Windows XP as a virtual machine. One thing to note here is I think for Windows 7 Ultimate you will have to have a pretty deep wallet, and I think Windows 7 Ultimate, as far as being pre-installed on PCs, I think that's going to be reserved for the high-end machines, gaming computers, for instance, or multimedia computers. That might be Windows 7 Ultimate material. One thing to note here, incidentally, and who would want Windows 7 Ultimate? Basically somebody who wants everything and has deep pockets. And there's one more thing I forgot to point out, and that is, of all these versions that you see here, Starter, Home Basic, Home Premium, Professional, and Ultimate, as far as I know, the only ones that will actually be available at mass retail are going to be Home Premium and Professional, which actually makes the choice a little bit easier, because then you only have 2 versions to choose from. And then if you want Ultimate, you'd have to buy a PC with Ultimate on board, pre-installed. That's what I heard. This is being recorded in May of 2008, and I'm hearing very different release dates. One blog is telling me August Windows 7 will be released. Another blog is saying it won't be until Christmas. Well, not necessarily Christmas, but the holiday season. But it looks like we are going to get Windows 7 before the end of 2009. And there's rumor of extra features. Well, not necessarily rumor, but there is word of extra features that will be in Windows 7 that are not currently in the release candidates. For those of us, like myself included, who are running the release candidates, be prepared, there will be some extra features that may differentiate the versions of Windows 7 even more. But again, let's recap. Windows 7 Starter won't be here in the States, but it's for developing countries who would love to have a computer. Basically, they don't take that type of technology for granted. Home Basic is for basic computing needs. Home Premium is a little bit extra beyond the basics, and people who want to do Media Center. Business takes out Media Center and puts in security for small businesses. Enterprise is for big business and won't be available for the consumer. And then Ultimate basically takes Home Premium and Business and and Professional. It's going to be Windows 7 Professional, okay, not Windows 7 Business. Windows 7 Professional and Home Premium, and put them together, and it's basically for somebody who wants everything and possibly has deep pockets, and I mean very deep. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have